2026 Michigan DMV Permit Test 1740 Questions and Complete Answers. Question 1. You are driving along a street and hear a siren. You cannot immediately see the emergency vehicle. You should. Option A. Keep driving until you see the vehicle. Option B. Pull to the curb and look to see if it is on your street. Option C. Slow down. Don't stop until you see it. Option D. Speed up and turn at the next intersection. The correct answer is option B. Pull to the curb and look to see if it is on your street. Explanation. If you hear a siren or an air horn close by but do not know exactly where the emergency vehicle is, safely pull over to the right side of the road and stop until you are sure it is not headed toward you. Question 2. When passing on multi-lane highway, option A. Be sure the passing lane is clear. Option B. Pass only on the right. Option C. Watch for oncoming traffic. Option D. There is no need to signal. The correct answer is option A. Be sure the passing lane is clear. Explanation. Before passing, you must make sure the passing lane is clear and give the proper turn signal to show you are going to change lanes. Question 3. The best way to avoid hydroplaning is to option A. Keep your tires properly maintained. Option B. Slow down when roads are wet or slushy. Option C. Watch out for standing water or puddles. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D. All of the above. Explanation. When roads are wet, cars take a longer distance to stop and may skid on quick turns. Do not use cruise control when driving under wet or icy conditions. Reduce your speed and drive with caution. Question 4. When driving in fog, option A. Use your parking lights. Option B. Use your low beams. Option C. Use your high beams. Option D. It makes no difference which lights you use. The correct answer is option B. Use your low beams. Explanation. You should use low beam headlights when driving in fog, rain, or snow. Question 5. A telltale sign of a drunk driver is option A. They are weaving between lanes. Option B. They are driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow. Option C. They are making quick and sudden stops. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D. All of the above. Explanation. Telltale signs of drunk driving include speeding, weaving, driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow, making jerking motions, and making quick and sudden stops. Question 6. When turning or changing lanes, you must option A. Signal only if there is visible traffic. Option B. Always signal your intentions, even when no visible traffic is present. Option C. Signal only when driving at night. Option D. Signal only when driving in heavy traffic at night. The correct answer is option B. Always signal your intentions, even when no visible traffic is present. Explanation. Always signal your intentions when changing lanes, turning, or pulling away from a curb. Do not allow yourself to become lazy and form the bad habit of not following this law. Question 7. You cannot pass safely on a two-lane street unless option A. You are able to clearly see the road ahead. Option B. You can return to your lane before meeting oncoming traffic. Option C. Your vehicle is capable of the speed necessary to pass. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D. All of the above. Explanation. You cannot pass safely when driving on a two-lane street unless you can clearly see the road ahead. You can return to your lane before meeting oncoming traffic, and your vehicle is capable of the speed necessary to pass. Do not pass where it is illegal and unsafe to do so. Question 8. How do you check your blind spots? Option A. By looking in your side mirrors. Option B. By turning your head and looking over your shoulders. Option C. By looking in your rearview mirror. Option D. by staring straight ahead? The correct answer is option B, by turning your head and looking over your shoulders. Explanation. Blind spots are areas around your vehicle that you cannot see with your mirrors. Check your blind spots by turning your head and looking over your shoulder. Question 9. Which of the following statements is true? Option A, a sudden change in weather calls for a change in driving. Option B, you should slow down when driving in rain and fog. Option C, be particularly aware of vehicles coming up behind you in inclement weather. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. Explanation. If the weather changes suddenly, you will need to adjust your driving to adapt. Always slow down when driving in rainy or foggy conditions. Be especially aware of vehicles behind you that may be going too fast for conditions. Question 10. Larger vehicles have option A, larger blind spots. Option B, smaller blind spots. Option C, no blind spots. Option D, the same blind spots as smaller vehicles. The correct answer is option A, larger blind spots. Explanation. The larger the vehicle, the larger the blind spots. Large trucks and SUVs have spots close to their rears that cannot be seen in their side or rear view mirrors. Question 11. Stress can affect your driving by option A, lowering your ability to focus on driving. Option B, decreasing your chances of an accident. Option C, causing you to fall asleep at the wheel. Option D, making you more aware of others around you. The correct answer is option A, lowering your ability to focus on driving. Explanation. Emotions can have a great effect on your driving ability. You may not be able to drive well if you are overly worried, excited, afraid, angry, or sad. Stress can lessen your concentration on the task of driving. It is better to wait to drive than to risk driving while you are emotionally unstable. Question 12. A single broken yellow line down the center of a two-lane road indicates option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option B, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option D, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation. Yellow lines are used to separate traffic moving in opposite directions. Dashed lines indicate that drivers directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 13. When approaching a traffic signal displaying a steady yellow arrow, drivers, option A, should merge into a lane in the direction of the arrow. Option B, should slow to a stop if it is safe to do so. Option C, may turn left after yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Option D, have the right of way and may expect oncoming traffic to stop for them. The correct answer is option B, should slow to a stop if it is safe to do so. Explanation. A steady yellow arrow indicates that a red arrow is about to appear. Stop unless you are already within the intersection. Question 14. Drivers should always look down the road blank ahead of their vehicle. Option A, must always be obeyed. Option B, are merely suggestions. Option C, must be followed only when there is other traffic. Option D, must be followed only when a police officer is present. The correct answer is option A, must always be obeyed. Explanation. Traffic flow is controlled by pavement markings, traffic islands, signals, and signs. These devices inform drivers of conditions on the roadway and help guide drivers safely to their destinations. You must always obey traffic signs, signals, and pavement markings. Question 15. You may exceed the speed limit. Option A, when passing another vehicle. Option B, at no time. Option C, where no police officers are present. Option D, on country roads. The correct answer is option B, at no time. Explanation: you may not exceed the speed limit when passing another vehicle. You should always follow the legal speed limit. Question 16. Railroad crossings should always be considered. Option A, safe to cross, as it is unlikely that a train will be coming. Option B, dangerous. Option C, safe locations to park a car. Option D, a place where it is required to stop. The correct answer is option B, dangerous. Explanation: railroad crossings are always dangerous. Drivers should always look and listen for trains approaching from either direction on all railroad tracks. Always follow the directions indicated by signs, signals, and flaggers. Never proceed past a railroad crossing until you are certain it is safe to do so. Question 17. When you approach a railroad crossing without flashing warning signals or crossing gates, you should: Option A, cross the tracks immediately and as quickly as possible. Option B, always stop before crossing the tracks. Option C, prepare to yield to any train at the crossing. Option D, speed up to beat any oncoming train. The correct answer is option C, prepare to yield to any train at the crossing. Explanation: always be prepared to yield to any oncoming trains before crossing railroad tracks, particularly if there are no lights or gates controlling the crossing. Never start to cross the tracks until there is room for your entire vehicle on the other side of the tracks. Due to the risk of a vehicle stalling, it is not wise to shift gears when crossing railroad tracks. Question 18. Roads become very slippery. Option A, when it has been raining for an hour or more. Option B, the day after it rains. Option C, for the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm. Option D, right after the rain has stopped. The correct answer is option C, for the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm. Explanation: pavement can become very slippery within the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm because the rain causes oil in the asphalt to rise to the surface of the road. This problem becomes even worse in hot weather. The heat combined with the water causes more oil to rise to the road surface. Question 19. When a funeral procession is present, blank has the right of way. Option A, another driver. Option B, a pedestrian. Option C, the funeral procession. Option D, a bicyclist. The correct answer is option C, the funeral procession. Explanation: drivers, pedestrians, and bicyclists must yield the right of way to funeral processions. When the lead vehicle enters an intersection, the remaining vehicles in the funeral procession may follow through the intersection regardless of any traffic control devices. Question 20. A good defensive driver. Option A, drives slowly at all times. Option B, travels at a constant speed. Option C, looks out for the actions of other drivers. Option D, only drives in familiar areas. The correct answer is option C, looks out for the actions of other drivers. Explanation: even the most experienced drivers can be distracted while driving. A defensive driver looks out for the actions of other drivers and anticipates potential problems. Question 21. When you see or hear an emergency vehicle coming, you should: Option A, stop immediately and let the vehicle pass. Option B, drive as far toward the right side of the road as is safe and stop. Option C, proceed slowly and permit the vehicle to pass. Option D, keep moving slowly, staying to the right side of the road. The correct answer is option B, drive as far toward the right side of the road as is safe and stop. Explanation: when driving on a two-lane roadway or undivided highway, you must yield to an emergency vehicle using its lights and slash or siren, regardless of the direction from which it is approaching. Immediately drive as near as possible to the right side of the road and stop, taking care not to stop within an intersection. Question 22. You should be cautious when passing a bicycle because Option A. You are moving faster than the bicycle. Option B. The bicycle always has the right of way. Option C. Oncoming traffic may not see you pull out to pass the bicycle. Option D. The cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. The correct answer is option D. The cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Explanation. You should always be cautious when passing a bicycle because the cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Always be particularly careful when driving near bicyclists. Question 23. A flashing yellow light at an intersection means that you should. Option A. Slow down and proceed with care. Option B. Continue normally through the intersection. Option C. Stop and proceed when a green light appears. Option D. Stop and proceed when the way is clear. The correct answer is option A. Slow down and proceed with care. Explanation. A flashing yellow light at an intersection means caution. If you approach such a light, slow down, look, and proceed with care. Question 24. Drinking alcohol and driving is Option A. A minor traffic safety problem. Option B. A serious traffic safety problem. Option C. Safe if you have only had a few drinks. Option D. Only dangerous to the driver who drinks. The correct answer is option B. A serious traffic safety problem. Explanation. Driving while impaired or intoxicated is a serious traffic safety problem. Safe driving is not possible when you drink alcohol or take other drugs. Driving under the influence is dangerous both to you and to others on the road. Question 25. If you stop at a railroad crossing with more than one track, Option A. Wait to proceed until you have a clear view of all tracks. Option B. Stop on the first railroad track and watch for another train. Option C. Go through as soon as the train passes. Option D. Go through when one of the tracks is free. The correct answer is option A. Wait to proceed until you have a clear view of all tracks. Explanation. If you are stopped at a railroad crossing with more than one track, do not start moving as soon as a train passes. Wait until you have a clear view down all tracks before you start across. Even where there is only one track, do not start across immediately after a train passes. Check again for another train that may be approaching. Question 26. What are the colors of signs that tell you the distance to the next exit on a highway? Option A. Yellow with black letters. Option B. Black with white letters. Option C. Red with white letters. Option D. Green with white letters. The correct answer is option D. Green with white letters. Explanation. Signs providing information about destinations are green with white letters or symbols. Question 27. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit on streets that are not designated highways, freeways, or subdivision roads is Option A. 25 miles per hour. Option B. 35 miles per hour. Option C. 45 miles per hour. Option D. 55 miles per hour. The correct answer is option D. 55 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit on streets that are not designated highways, freeways, or subdivision roads is 55 miles per hour. If a different speed limit is posted, you should follow that speed limit. Question 28. You should honk your horn when you Option A. Are traveling through an intersection. Option B. Are passing a bicyclist. Option C. See a child who is about to run into the street. Option D. Are parallel parking. The correct answer is option C. See a child who is about to run into the street. Explanation. Your horn should be used as a warning in situations where you think another driver or a pedestrian does not see you. For example, if a child begins to run into the street in front of your vehicle, you should sound your horn. Question 29. If a crossing guard is directing traffic in a school zone, you must: Option A, follow the directions given by the crossing guard. Option B, copy what surrounding traffic is doing despite the crossing guard's instructions. Option C, assume the guard is not supposed to be directing traffic. Option D, follow rules that would be in place if no children were present. The correct answer is option A. Follow the directions given by the crossing guard. Explanation: be prepared to reduce your speed and use caution when directed to do so by a sign, crossing guard, or law enforcement officer. Always drive with extra caution in a school zone. Question 30. You may pass another vehicle if the line dividing your lane from the lane you wish to enter is a blank line. Option A, broken white. Option B, double solid yellow. Option C, solid yellow. Option D, solid white. The correct answer is option A, broken white. Explanation: white lines separate traffic lanes traveling in the same direction. You may cross broken white lines to pass, as long as the passing lane is clear. Question 31. To reduce the effects of headlight glare at night, you should look: Option A, straight ahead. Option B, over your shoulder. Option C, at the center of the road. Option D, to the right edge of the road. The correct answer is option D, to the right edge of the road. Explanation: if oncoming drivers do not dim their headlights for you, keep your eyes on the right side of the road ahead. Do not look directly at the oncoming headlights because the glare may blind you for several seconds. Question 32. At an intersection with a yield sign, you should: Option A, always stop before entering the intersection. Option B, yield just to the traffic on the right. Option C, yield just to the traffic on the left. Option D, slow down and yield the right-of-way to other traffic. The correct answer is option D, slow down and yield the right-of-way to other traffic. Explanation: a yield sign means that you must slow down and yield the right-of-way to traffic in the intersection or roadway you are entering. Question 33. Which of the following best ensures your safety and the safety of those around you when you are backing your vehicle? Option A, honk your horn right before shifting into reverse. Option B, check behind the vehicle before you get into the driver's seat. Option C, check your rearview mirrors to see what is behind you. Option D, turn up the car radio before backing up to get the attention of anyone who may be around you. The correct answer is option B. Check behind the vehicle before you get into the driver's seat. Explanation: backing requires extra caution because it is difficult for drivers to see behind their vehicles. Before entering a vehicle to back up, walk to the back of the vehicle to check for children and small objects. Question 34. When approaching a flashing red traffic light, drivers should: Option A, drive through the intersection if there is no crossing traffic. Option B, continue driving as they have the right-of-way. Option C, stop if a police officer is nearby. Option D, treat the light like a stop sign. The correct answer is option D, treat the light like a stop sign. Explanation: flashing red lights are used at dangerous intersections. Treat them like stop signs. Question 35. Roads freeze quickly when they are: Option A, flat. Option B, curvy. Option C, in the sun. Option D, shaded. The correct answer is option D, shaded. Explanation: in cold or wet weather, you should take special care on sections of road that are shaded by trees or buildings. These areas freeze more quickly than the rest of the road and are the last parts of the road to dry. Question 36. Before passing another vehicle, you should signal: Option A, just before changing lanes. Option B, at any time. Option C, after changing lanes. Option D, early enough for others to know your plans. The correct answer is option D, early enough for others to know your plans. Explanation. Before passing, you should signal early enough for other drivers to know your plans in advance. Question 37. When should drivers use their parking brake? Option A, every time they park. Option B, only when parking on an incline. Option C, only when parked in a driveway. Option D, never. The correct answer is option A, every time they park. Explanation. Whenever you park, always turn off the engine and set the parking brake. Take the keys and lock your vehicle. Do not rely on the transmission to hold your vehicle in place. Question 38. You are turning onto a two-lane road divided by a broken yellow line. You know immediately that. Option A, you are on a two-way road. Option B, you are on a one-way road. Option C, the road is under repair. Option D, you must stay to the left of the broken yellow lines. The correct answer is option A. You are on a two-way road. Explanation. Yellow center lines are used to separate traffic moving in opposite directions. Broken lines may be crossed to pass slower-moving traffic when it is safe to do so. Question 39. When approaching a railroad crossing, you should: Option A, slow down. Option B, look for a train. Option C, be ready to stop. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. Explanation. When you see any signs indicating a nearby railroad crossing, you should slow down, look for a train, and be ready to stop. If the red warning lights are flashing or the gate is down, you must stop 15 to 50 feet before the railroad tracks. Do not try to go around the gate. Question 40. Traffic signs and pavement markings. Option A must always be obeyed. Option B are merely suggestions. Option C must be followed only when there is other traffic. Option D must be followed only when a police officer is present. The correct answer is option A, must always be obeyed. Explanation. Traffic flow is controlled by pavement markings, traffic islands, signals, and signs. These devices inform drivers of conditions on the roadway and help guide drivers safely to their destinations. You must always obey traffic signs, signals, and pavement markings.